The Minister for Employment and Labour Relations, Mr. Ignatius Baffour Awuah, says between January 2017 and March 2018, 210,000 persons have been added onto the SSNIT Pensions Scheme through recruitment done in the public sector.
Out of this number, 180,000 persons were recruited into the private sector. This, according to Mr. Baffour Awuah, validates government's claim of the creation of some 1,096,404 jobs.
Graduate unemployment continues to be a challenge in the country. Data from the Institute of Statistical, Social and Economic Research, ISSER, published in March 2017, reveals that only 10% of graduates are absorbed by the Ghanaian labour market upon completion of their courses. This situation has been worsened by the ban placed on public employment by the International Monetary Fund, IMF. However, according to the Minister for Employment and Labour Relations, Mr. Ignatius Baffour Awuah, between January 2017 and March 2018, 210,000 persons were recruited. According to him, these numbers fall under the 1,096,404 jobs created by government.
Let me say emphatically that even within the formal space, figures we've gotten from SSNIT indicates that between January 2017 and March 2018, some 210,000 persons who originally were not on SSNIT have been brought on board. In other words, what I'm trying to say is that, by law, anybody that is engaged, if you engage somebody, it is an obligation on you to pay the person's SSNIT contribution. So new persons that have been recruited need to be enrolled on the SSNIT scheme. Within the reporting period, we are told that 210,000 persons were added onto the SSNIT scheme, and that is within the formal space. Out of this, 108,000 came from the private sector. So, in other words, what I'm trying to say is that, yes, the public sector may have recruited or may have employed some of these people, but the private sector has also been a contributor to some of these jobs that we are talking of. It is the aggregate of the two that adds up to the 1,096,000 that we spoke about.
He further explained how government derived data to substantiate its claims.
You go to SSNIT, and then all the new additions to the figures for the year under review, you get it. It's straight. For instance, if GBC recruits, what do? The moment you recruit, you have to remunerate the person. But as you remunerate, you have to pay the person's pay contribution. So if, for instance, at the beginning of the year, the total number of people on your payroll was, say, 10, but now you move on to 15. Then we that the additional 5 were the results of maybe a new recruitment that you have done. What is more difficult to get is that which happens within the informal space.